So another video. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. So on this one, I want to just quickly cover off on data analysis and data analyst as a career, and just want to quickly go through some questions which are common questions that people ask on this particular career path, and I want to just uh, maybe answer some of them as a sort of subtle way to let people know this is another option as a career for people who are wishing to maybe switch into new career or completely starting from scratch as well. So follow me on this journey while I go through the top 10 questions people ask about or on data analysis as a career. So I'm reading all through these all through Google now. So I want to just quickly break it into two because I know I've heard feedback from some of people who watch the channel regarding geographical location. So some of my info, if I can limit it or maybe set it geographical location by geographical location. And what I mean by that is, if I maybe give an information, is it pertaining to UK, is it pertaining to Australia, is it pertaining to United States of America, or is it pertaining to Europe, or just North America, or Asia, or Africa, or any other part of the world? So on this one, I've just limited the two questions to the USA and the UK. Of course, I will probably do another one on this, but I just want to run through these quickly so people can maybe at least get some insight on, okay, what is data analysis as a career all about, or what does it mean to be in a career as a data analyst, and how much you can make, how much money you can make, at least, that as a first instance. So first question, how much does a data analyst make in the USA? So quoting what I can see on indeed.com here, it says the average salary for a data analyst is $70,676 per year in the United States. I think that's huge for an average salary, because we're talking about average here. It doesn't mean that's the highest or probably the lowest. That's the average. So you can potentially make far more than that. And of course, you can make lower than that, but at least you will be making something within that range, which I think that's a decent amount of salary. So yes, anybody watching the video wants to know potentially how much you can make. Yes, I think that's an information out there for you. So, and I can see, there is other figures quoted on builtin.com here. It says the average salary for a data analyst in the US is $84,450. So $84,450 per annum. I think that's quite some decent amount of return. It goes on further to say the average additional cash compensation for a data analyst in the US is $51,363. So you're looking at, on average, this is on builtin.com. I didn't make this up. If you go on Google, you can find this yourself as well. The average total compensation for a data analyst in the US is $135,813. That's a good return for a career. And the beauty of it, and the reason why all of this video I'm putting them up on my channel, is just to help people to understand that, okay, there's some of these career out there where even if you don't have a college degree, a university degree, but if you can just get yourself started into those career, you can begin to just build your way up and at some point earn a decent salary like this. So I think that's what considering. So yes, I will go through the next question on my question list about what potentially a data analyst can earn. So the next question I've got on here says, is 40-year-old too old to become a data analyst? And I'm going to provide a the answer that I've got on here on careerfoundry.com. It says, so despite industry ageism, a recent study by CPA showed that the average age of data analysts in the US is 43 years old. So we're talking about career where the average age is 43 years old. So I think that says something. Probably mean a lot of people are transitioning into that career, or it simply means that age is not a barrier. So anyone consider looking into data analysis or trying to become a data analyst, yes, there you have it. Age is not a barrier. If the average age is 43, that means the barrier of entry in terms of age is not really there. So this further goes and say, this takes us back to our titular question. Are you too old to start a new career in data analytics? And the short answer, in the opinion from Career Foundry, is no. And same things for me as well, because I've got colleagues, friends, even family members that have literally done the same from maybe different career. Initially, I've seen people who have come from tech support, who are doing tech support role, and they feel they've probably reached the peak of that career path and they want to transition into something new. Or I've got other people in my network who, for them, is about, they just want a new challenge and they want to do something different, and they literally just went for it, get themselves some training, get some certification, and then here you go, you get into that career, you break in, and then you just work your way up the ladder. So yeah, that's second questions answered for you. So the next question on the list is, do data analysts do a lot of coding? The next question is, do data analysts do a lot of coding? Well, according to brainstation.io, the answer to that is, some data analysts do have to do code as part of their day-to-day work, but coding skills are not typically required for jobs in data analysis, and that's correct. Because yes, of course, even looking at writing mere Excel template or formulas, you maybe go into that realm of where you probably have to write some key, what you can call code, in terms of creating that template and all of that. But that doesn't mean you'll be writing code day to day on a daily basis, or even in your own role. So, but of course, there is some coding required on some job, I would say, or maybe in some situations. So yeah, you get the answer there. All right, next question. Let me go on my next question. So next question now on my list here is data analyst in demand in the USA? Next question is data analysis in demand in the USA? And without mincing word, the answer is a straight yes, of course. But of course, don't quote me for it. Let's get some fact from Google here. So according to discover.datascience.org, I'm reading this now from their website. According to the BLS, employment of operations and research analysts, including data analysts, is projected to grow 23% from 2021 to 2031, which BLS rate as much faster than the average for all occupation. And I think that says something. If the growth projection in data analysis is projected to be much faster than average for all other occupations, so that is saying something about huge potential in this field. Because if you're talking about it now, we're entering into that realm of AI, big data, data analytics, and you might have heard it, a few times when people say data is the new gold or data is the new oil, because data is shaping the way we live, the way we do things. Every organizations are creating data governance, data security structure, framework, and all of those is just enabling us to go into this new age where digitalization is key and every organization wants to tap into that. So definitely a career in data analysis or career as a data analyst is worth it. So yes, I would say give it a try. Definitely yes, is worth it. So next question on the list is saying, is data analyst a stressful career? So the next question is data analyst a stressful career? Well, I wouldn't really say yes or no. I mean, it depends on the way you're looking at it, because at the end of the day, every career or every job have come with its own stress. But of course, it depends on the demand on you as a professional or somebody working in that field, or the demand on yourself in terms of how much you want to deliver, how much is required of you, how much is asked of you. But all in all, yes, I will say it comes with a measure of stress, which you probably find in any other profession too. But of course, let me not just say it in my own word. Let's look at some of the data and what it says on here. So according to analyticsinsight.net, several data professionals have defined data analytics as a stressful career. Yes, I mean that's coming from a blog or a website that dwell or maybe have insight into what's going on in this field. So yes, I have to agree with that. So I think the advice from them is, so if you're someone planning or considering or taking up data analysis or data analytics and science as a career, it is high time you think about it in terms of how you want to structure your time, in terms of how you want to balance that versus what other things going on in your life. So of course, I mean, like I said, every career comes with its own challenges and its own ups and downs. So you just have to know that, okay, you know what, I'm ready for it and I can handle it. So yes, that's the advice I will give on that. So next question for me, do data analysts need a degree? Next question, do data analysts need a degree? I would say no. In my opinion, I would say no, because you will be judged on the quality of work you're delivering. You will be judged on the work that you're asked to do. Of course, some organization would demand that you have a university degree or college degree, but it doesn't really mean that you must have a degree before you can be employed as a data analyst. No, that is a no. But of course, let me just quote what we have on here, franklin.edu. So they say, yes, a bachelor's degree is the minimum requirement for nearly all data analyst position. The field of data analytics has rapidly advanced in the past 2 decades, resulting in more degree program dedicated to this specialty. But of course, this is an educational institution quoting that, so I can understand why they would say that. But from my own perspective, as somebody who operates in the IT industry, as someone who have conversation daily or weekly, sometimes with data analysts, yes, I've met a lot of data analysts that are not university trained or college trained, but yes, they have a job, they're working in that profession, in that domain, and they're making good money for themselves. So it's not a barrier of entry, or it's not a requirement for you to have before you can get a job. But of course, I wouldn't say a university degree is not worth it. It's definitely worth it, but for me, it's not a barrier for you to become a data analyst. So next question, let's go through that. Do data analysts work from home? I think I know that. Of course, yes. So what I try to promote on my channel is how people can best maximize every knowledge they've acquired, maybe in their career or in their education, or how people can best leverage the work-life balance. And what I mean by that is looking at career choices, at least in this series that I'm doing currently on careers and professions, looking at career where you can get a good balance. I mean, when I say balance, I mean work-life balance. So, of course, starting with a career where you can work from home, or let me say, where you can work from anywhere. And when I say work from home, if of course everybody understand that okay, you don't need to physically go into the office to do your work. But when I say work from anywhere, of course there are different interpretations to that. It means you may be away on holiday. If you decide to work from there, you can still work. So if you have a life structure where you probably like sometimes going on working holiday in quotes, yes, you are absolutely within your right to do that if the organizational policy or your work structure allow that. So what that means is while you're away doing what you like doing, maybe in the evening or maybe early in the morning, you can just pick up your computer or access to what you need to do and work from there when you need to, and switch back again to continue enjoying what you need to do. So yes, definitely, data analysts offer you that opportunity. So, and also, I mean, I try to always validate everything I say on my channel, so people can kind of understand that I'm not just making all of these up. I mean, in terms of encouraging people how they can transition to a new career or maximize opportunity in their career. I like to always quote sources as well online, which are accessible to anyone. Anyone can just go and fact check what I'm saying. So going back to careerfoundry.com, it says, in a simple word, is a yes that data analysts can work from home. Data analysis is one of the fastest growing professions, and data analysts are in high demand. And at the same time, remote work is on the rise and is actually predicted by the year 2028. 73% of all teams will have remote workers. So if you kind of look at that, the opportunity that offers you, remote working from anywhere, of course, if organization that you're working for allows that, or if you just simply want to work as a freelancer, yes, you are all within your right to work from anywhere you're located. So with that opportunity and then combining that with a high decent return in terms of salary or wages, then it's actually a win-win to consider a career in this field. So yes, in terms of working from home and flexibility, data analysis or a career as a data analyst offers that. So let's go through next question. A lot of questions here. So the next one is data analyst an IT job? And I've been asked that question before myself. I'm not going to mince word about it. I mean, in the context of what you will be doing, I think that answer is a yes. You have to consider it as an IT job. Yes, I think I have to agree with that, because data and what any average organization will probably intend to use that data for, or how they extract the data, there will be an element of information technology around that. Of course, you can use data to make business decisions in terms of projections in sales, projections in terms of where do we need to focus our marketing campaign to, or target customers or buyers or new market location. So, but at the end of the day, everything ties back to maybe the analytics and some of what's required to deliver the intention of that data analysis. So you can have to focus it that is an IT profession. Of course, heavily needed within business for business decision, but I will have to say yes, it's an IT profession. So next question Do data analysts work long hours? So that's the next question. And I'll probably do a part 2 to this, and I will just make this the last question on at least on this video. Do data analysts work long hours is the question. I think you have to look at it in the context of what does long hour mean. Long hour on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly or just average. And I will have to say it's relative. It's relative because organizations demand different level of result or of what they want. So, and if you're employed 9 to 5 and then you manage to do your work within 9 to 5, you wouldn't say that is a long hour. But if you have to go through a lot of data and manipulations and analysis of those data, that might take you longer time to arrive at a result or arrive at something that will give you or give the business the answers they want from the data you extrapolate or interact, then of course you have to say maybe that could take you longer than average. But all in all, I would say average working hour for a data analyst in a week is between maybe 40 to 50. But don't quote me for that. Let's check what we can get on Google, open platform where everybody can get answers to some of these. So according to Indeed.com, as a data analyst, you should expect to work regular business hours in a week. Typically, this can be from 40 to 60 hours per week. So yeah, it still ties back to what I said. Average working hour like any other professional doing 9 to 5 job. So yes, I wouldn't count it like that this is a very stressful job that you will have to work long hours. But yeah, there you have it. I've covered some of these questions that anyone intending to work or wants to break into data analysis will ask. So yes, what are you waiting for? If you need more information, yes, feel free to drop a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. There will be more coming. I will do part 2 for these. And then, of course, there will be more. I've just been busy lately. I haven't really released more videos yet. But yes, expect more and more to come, more quality stuff and a lot of information and opportunity to actually help anyone like looking to transition into IT, looking to change to a new career, or literally just want to break into this all this career that I talk about on the channel. So yes, looking forward to engage more. Feel free to drop me a message, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, thank you for your time and keep watching. Bye for now. Thank you. Bye.